Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the double.
44 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Hey, alert three. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Snell. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Fry. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on first down. Fry. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
I'm here all day.
I go.
On first down, Fry. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Draw play, and it's Snell. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Looking to throw. Fly. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
At the Bengals' 6-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready?
Watching the five. Focus, defense, focus.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's coming.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Hatchet. Shit. Tighten up.
Topper.
2nd and 4. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready? Hey! High 7. Go.
2nd and 14. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Get it.
Back to throw. Fry. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Fry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. On second down, it's Snell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Throwing on third and long. Fry. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Fry. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
From the gun on third down, Fry. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. On first down, it's Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on third and long. Fry. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 65. 65. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full sprint.
He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Ready? 18 Gator. 80 weapons. All day. Let's go.
Off play action. Fry. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready?
Check it back.
Throwing on third and long. Fry. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Mike 48.
Hey, Team 6.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
15 line. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check play.
They'll drop to throw. He completes it to Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 3. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 25 yards that time. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Go.
From the gun, Fry. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
That's trash. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. 57 to Mike.
Now.
To throw again. Fry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We got this.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Third and long.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, Snell. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
44's Mike. Check. Watch the screen. Pass.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 50, check 50. 25, check 25, check 25. Get it.
They're going to run again with Snell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Chris Boswell on 4th point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bengals take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go, go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, watch out, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is Ross, complete. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Smooth.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Hey, orbit. 5.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Pick, baby. Pick. All day. All day.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
54. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Shoot.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8, read.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Watch the
Hey, high 7. Secret.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The outlaw. Hey, Delta.
57.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Fine. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 37, check 37. 36.
There.
Lucky.
Check it.
Here's Snell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Fry. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Undercut. Hit it.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, wahoo!
Check.
Yep.
Check. 55 to Mike. Silver.
5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Check 6-6. Pull it high. Back. Hey, let go.
They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go. 30 base.
57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Hey, Charlie.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Fly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down. Hackett. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Snell. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Hit it.
44. Mike. 44. I got it.
Go. Now.
He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things up.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Check.
Go on.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey.
They'll run on first down. Snell, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction, because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, "Great job, guys." Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Pittsburgh, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.